Right, so diving straight in then, this is the job that can be a bit of a ball ache on an FJR13. So you can't really see much actually. Let me see if I can bring you in. So there's the lower, where are we? That's the lower mount for the shock absorber. Look, there's the shock. There's the lower mount. Okay, then you've got a mount in the middle here that connects there, look, for the dog legs. Then it bolts on there, look, and it bolts onto this bracket in the middle with bearings in, right? And the one you can't take out, look, is that one right at the top. When you see it, the upper mount on that bracket, it comes out there, and you can't take it out any further. But I've seen a mod on YouTube, I'll link the YouTube channel, which basically involves drilling a hole in that. I mean, that's quite a chunky piece of steel anyway, so if you do drill a hole in it, you're not going to fucking weaken it much. It'll be perfectly fine. So you can take that bolt out and take this bracket off while it's on the main stand, because that's the thing, look. Usually what you'd have to do if you watch all the tutorials online, you have to find a way of mounting lifting up the back end, so you can take the main stand off, so you can just pull out that one fucking poxy bolt. That's why you see all those people doing all that work, just because of that one bolt there. Everything's corroded, lot around it, but you can see how well it's greased. I've just been riding the fuck. I know that's really bad, but sometimes you just want to ride the fucking things, ride the life out of them. But this video is part of a series of videos where I'm doing a full refresh on this bike. I've got headstock bearings, the lot, so just keep your eyes on the channel. But we're going to do that. I'm going to take that off, drill it out, and we'll see if we can take this off while it's on the main stand. It'd save a hell of a lot of hassle. Yeah, so there it is. Look, you can see where I marked it while it was still on the bike. So I pulled that top bolt out until it touched, and then just sort of scrape round it, look. So I might do now, put a socket on and then just mark round it with a marker pen or something. Right, so this is what I've came up with. You'll see, I'll put a picture on screen how thin it got down here. There was about 1 mil of material left, if that. So what I've done, I'll show you my welding actually. I'll put the video up now. And no, it's not the prettiest, but I've put loads of material. Look, I mean, that's really, really thick there. Right, so I've used an old stick welder, look, and just built up that bottom section. So now that's fucking, I mean, I know that doesn't look very nice, but there's a bit of a slag inclusion there as well, look. I'm going to sand all that back, and now I don't have to worry about this bracket now. It should be plenty strong enough to hold the main stand. I'll do the same on the bottom as well. Built it up, put loads of weld on, made sure I got plenty of penetration. But this I probably wouldn't recommend if you were doing it yourself. Cutting out this little keyway, just, I mean, you've got a bolt going through, and then you've got the frame and it's clamped on there, and you've got all my weld, so I think it will be fine. Plus, I've already had the centre stand snap on me before, because the centre stands on the Gen 1 are a bit weak. But if you were doing it yourself, really easy, don't be put off. Before you even countersunk anything or drilled anything, just build up material along there. Turn the amps right down on a MIG welder. I used a fucking stick welder. And just build up loads of material. Then sand it back with a flat disc. It'll take you a minute. And then countersink it. And there you go. You know, you've got plenty of material on both sides. And you're fine. Or, if you wanted to, if you're worried about that, I'm not worried about it. I could put a bracing, couldn't I? Material along there. A piece of steel. Weld it there. And weld it there. Try and weld it down the back if I can, but that should be fine. I'm willing to try that. But there you go. I think, yeah, it's alright. That looks alright. It doesn't look too bad. I'm pleased with that. I'll fit it to the bike and see how we get on. Right, well, the main stand's back on, looking nice and fresh and blacker than the release of the Epstein file. So let's test now if my little mod works. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you can. I've took the nut off already to save time, so let's slip a finger in. That's what she said. Will she clear? Can you see that? Will she clear it? Will she go? Oh yeah. She's look at that lot. Can't take it out, I don't think, rest it away, because, oh, maybe you can. But she's cleared enough for us to take that bracket off. Look how much fucking easier is that now.